By now he had realized that his aspirations surpassed those of these two teachers under whom he had received training. Thus, he felt that he could not get what he had sought, and feeling unsatisfied, moved on. The Therigatha commentary mentions another teacher, Bhaggav, whom Gautam had visited before Alarkalam. Thereafter he travelled to the neighbourhood of Sinanigam in the Gaya Dharmkshetra, and here in the company of 5 companions who became later known as the Panch-Vaggiya Bhikkhus, he undertook extreme austerities of 2 types: extreme breath control and extreme fasting. The Nadan Katha gives graphic details how he fasted until he became as thin as a skeleton, and on the day when walking up and down he was overcome by severe pain and he fainted and fell. Consequently, he came to realize that this served only a limited purpose, and coincided and concluded that he might find what he was seeking if he allowed his mind to perch in a state of peace. To do this, he needed to nourish his body and regain strength. This he began by eating and drinking in moderate quantities. His 5 companions, when they saw the Buddha eating and drinking in moderate quantities, they thought by doing so he had broken the protocol of sannyas and turned away from the quest. As a result, his 5 friends parted ways with him and left him to his own devices. On the eve of enlightenment, he received an offering of milk porridge, which in Pali is called Gavpan, from a young woman named Sujata, who lived in a nearby village called Sinanigam. Thus nourished, he approached a peepal tree, which later became known as the tree of enlightenment, Bodhi Rukh, Mahabodhi tree, Bodhi Vriksh. According to Xuanzang, the Chinese visitor who came to India in the 7th century, he was guided by the god of Mount Pragbodhi and the beings of the heaven of pure abode to this specific peepal tree. Xuanzang's reference to a Brahmanical Hindu god directing the soon-to-be Buddha to a specific peepal tree is an endorsement of the fact that this tree, most probably due to its specific location, shape and size, had already evolved into some sort of a Chaitya Vriksh, tree shrine, or a Vriksh Chaitya, forest shrine, set apart from its surroundings by a makeshift offering altar, mound or railing. Thus, it seems that the would-be Buddha was drawn to this particular peepal tree because it had already become the object of a popular cult, where Brahmanical Hindus were praying and making offers. He sat cross-legged on a carpet of kush grass at its foot, facing east, with a resolve not to get up till he had attained enlightenment. The occasion was the full moon night of the month of Vaisakh. The earliest accounts describe the attainment of Bodhi, often translated as either awakening or enlightenment, is generally solemn psychological terms, most often by reference to the successive practice of the 4 dhyanas and the attainment of three knowledges, three vidya, climaxing in the knowledge of suffering, its cause, its cessation, and the path leading to its cessation, what came to be celebrated as the Four Noble Truths, Chattari Arya Sachani. The Bodhi is also explained in terms of the attainment of insight into the causal chain of dependent origination, Pratitya Samutpad or Patich Samupad as they call it in Pali, as well as the highest knowledge, Abhinya, Abhigyan, that is direct comprehension of the Dharma. The realization of Buddhahood was thus not exactly a single experience, but a set of interconnected experiences, a result of many years of endeavor. The legend also underscores the enlightenment as the story of his encounter with Mara. Mara is a personification of destruction, and death, representing the dreadful grip which the world of the senses can have on the unguarded mind of a person.